Hello and welcome to this week's Fundamentals. My name is Thomas and I'm the host of this channel. The unimaginary became possible. We are at war in Europe. And this while we just came out of the whole COVID situation. So in this video, I really want to focus on the impact of the situation in Ukraine on cryptocurrency. I want to show how crypto is helping, but also how crypto is not helping. We will discuss the sanctions and the SWIFT system and all other things crypto related. So with that said, let's jump into this week's video. So we will start off with this article written by Reuters. Explainer, what is SWIFT and how it will removals impact Russia. So what is SWIFT? SWIFT, or the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications, is a secure messaging system that facilitates rapid cross-border payments, making international trade flow smoothly. Banks which connect to the SWIFT system and establish relationships with other banks can use SWIFT messages to make payments. The messages are secure so that the payment instructions are typically honored without question. This allows banks to process high volume transactions at speed. So this is really the core, that it's typically honored without question. So this makes it very quickly because it doesn't have to be verified multiple times and it doesn't have to be checked if it's secure. It has become the principal mechanism for the financial international trade. In 2020, around 38 million SWIFT FIN messages were sent each day over the SWIFT platform, according to its 2020 annual review. Each year, trillions of dollars are transferred using this system. What I was also surprised about is that SWIFT is actually a private company. So there is a company behind it. It's not something regulated by any country or government. So this was the sanction that Russia got against them. So they would be banned from using SWIFT for as long as this war is continuing. But the Russians can use cryptocurrency to avoid this and to still do transactions where they no longer need SWIFT to move value from one side to the other. So that is the second article. Cryptocurrency may allow Russia evade Western sanctions. This is how it can. So if we go below, cryptocurrency allows sanctioned entities to skirt the banking system and thus making tracking of transactions difficult. Supporters of cryptocurrency often cite this character of crypto industry to say that it allows an independent way of doing business, so it doesn't choose sides. Crypto doesn't choose sides. But the same feature can now allow sanctioned entities to transact business under the radar. So when a protocol as Bitcoin or cryptocurrency doesn't choose a side, it helps the good, but it also helps the bad. And that is what this article actually tries to show you. The key to Russia avoiding these sanctions is not to conclude trade using the US dollar. Russia might even already game this scenario and so is developing its own central bank digital currency, the digital ruble. So Russia, just a few weeks before they entered Ukraine, they actually legalized cryptocurrency and actually the next day showed that they were interested in building the digital ruble. And now it seems that they are already very advanced. So it seems like they were already anticipating on the sanctions that the West were giving them when they would start a war. There is also the possibility of hacking these digital assets, which would again allow Russia entities to recoup the revenue lost to sanctions. Cryptocurrency transactions require data to be entered in the blockchain, so the transactions will be entered in the blockchain, which makes them transparent. It is safe to say that Russian tech experts can develop tools that can hide these transactions long enough to lessen the transaction's impact. So obviously, if you cut your whole transaction in a lot of small transactions and you mix them up, it's very hard to trace where the cryptocurrency came from and where it finally ended. It's possible, but you can still make it very difficult to find out. Then I wanted to go to this article because now they understand that the Russian oligarchs might start using cryptocurrency crypto exchange Binance blocks Russian users targeted by sanctions. So only the Russian users that are targeted by the sanctions, so not every Russian. And Binance was actually one of the only exchanges that did this. All the other exchanges were actually more into leaving it as it is because they believe in the freedom of cryptocurrency. Of course, you can have opinion on both sides. So Binance said, we're blocking accounts of those on the sanctions list if they have a Binance account and ensuring that all transactions are met in full. A spokesperson for the company said on Monday, declining to give further details. Ukraine Vice Prime Minister Mikhailo Fedorov said on Sunday that he has requested major crypto exchanges to block digital addresses of Russian users, which allow transactions in coins. Here is the message. I will put a link from this website below in the video so you can check it out yourself. He also said, who is also a minister of digital transformation, had on Saturday offended a generous reward for information on digital wallets held by Russian and Belarusian politicians. So the president of Ukraine is very much knowledgeable about cryptocurrency. So he asked publicly on Twitter to help him stop with digital transactions, so the Russians that are avoiding the measures taken by the West. Binance, the world's largest crypto exchange, said last month it wanted to expand in Russia and neighboring states. Russia is a major market for Binance, with over 113,000 members of Russian language Telegram channel. So it is quite big that Binance actually puts their profits aside and their morals are coming up. So they prefer to use their morals instead of adding extra profits by helping Russians doing crypto transactions and help them with giving them access to exchanges. So I actually personally think this is a nice move. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Then we go to the next one. So now we've seen the negative of cryptocurrency, meaning that if the normal centralized payment system is no longer working, people that want to avoid it can use cryptocurrency. But this is actually a message from a Ukrainian. My Ukrainian credit cards don't work anymore. I'm safe physically in Kazakhstan, but all my savings are gone. Crypto is the only money I still have, and today I can say without exaggeration that Bitcoin, Ethereum, and NFT are going to save my life while I can't come back home. I also had the experience with this while I had a client in Myanmar that had dollars but needed cryptocurrencies to pay for his hospital bills, because in Myanmar there was also a small war going on. So I definitely see the benefits and also the negatives about cryptocurrency, as you can see here. But if you were Ukrainian and you had digital assets, they were easy to bring out of your home. They have not been impacted by the banks closing down. So for them, this has been very good. And now I want to go to how can you help Ukraine with cryptocurrency. So on this Instagram page, there is actually a picture, support Ukraine with cryptocurrency donations. And they already received over 4 million of cryptocurrency payments. Here you see the wallet addresses. So they accept Bitcoin, they accept Ethereum, they accept USD Tether. So if you want to support them and you have cryptocurrency, they will have it immediately. So they can immediately invest it in their army. Another more indirect way to help with cryptocurrency, and especially with Bitcoin, why just holding your Bitcoin can actually help Ukraine. So just holding your Bitcoin, meaning you're not selling it or lending it out. The amount of Bitcoin on exchanges is decreasing and moving to cold storage. So there's less and less Bitcoin available on exchanges. By not moving or selling your Bitcoin, you make sure that the Bitcoin you own won't be used by the targeted Russians that mostly want to move large quantities. So obviously the normal Russians or the normal Ukrainians, they can still do transactions because there's enough Bitcoin and digital assets for them to use. But the oligarchs that really want to, and the Russian government that really wants to avoid the sanctions, they need large sums. So the less there is available for them, the harder it becomes for them to do these transactions around the sanctions. So just by not selling your Bitcoin, you're indirectly helping Ukraine. So this is the end of the video. Let me know what you think. Please like and subscribe, And let me know also in the comments what else you would like to know about cryptocurrency. And I hope to see you next week. Bye.